Okay team, this is Friday morning, so welcome to you guys who are live on screen and to everybody doing the recording. This is full balance, so your third workout of the week. This morning it is about coordination, it is about flow, it is about maintaining dynamic alignment and muscle recruitment. So basically I want you to be able to master the movements that we do this morning. So what we've got then is we've got a warm up, and then I've got 10 exercises. And then we're going to put those all together into just 3 exercises. So we're going to put all those exercises together to make a 3 exercise combination circuit. That's your challenge for this morning. Like I say, I want to see that you are mastering these movements. And if you can master these combination movements in the gym or in your living room, then you've got a much better chance of being able to flow across those uneven trails when you're out running the Tyree Ultramarathon. Let's get warmed up, and then we'll get into that big circuit. So we're going to do just a 3 exercise warm up. We're going to start at a lower intensity, and every 20 seconds you'll hear the timer go, and that is your signal to speed it up a little bit. We're starting with mountain climber. So mountain climber, we're reaching up, we're lifting the feet up off the floor, and we're away. Let me just turn this volume up here. So we're doing mountain climber. I'm going to start this at a fairly low intensity. I'm just reaching up, lifting the feet off the floor, starting to get warmed up. So fairly low intensity to start with. This is like, oh, there's your bell already. So speeding this up a little bit. I was going to say this is a bit like climbing up the side of Kenavara, that nice grassy slope that you go up when you do the ultramarathon. But now this is more like you going up the side of Ben Heinisch. You got to reach a little bit higher, lift the feet up a little bit higher off the floor. When the bell goes again, go a little bit harder. There it goes, so speed it up, reach higher with the hands, lift the feet up higher off the floor. Last 10 seconds, climb higher, mountain climber. After this, we're going into squats. We're going to do the same thing, 20 seconds lower intensity, and then building it up. So feet on the floor, down for a squat. I'm not going to go too low. So down and up with that squat. Breathe. So we've got a strong squat movement. I'm just doing the top part of that movement. Do what you like with the hands. You can have the arms out in front, hands across the chest. When that bell goes, we go a little bit lower. So there it goes, a little bit lower with that squat. So gradually warming up those legs. So let's see that strong, powerful squat movement. Using all of that strength in those legs. When the bell goes, you're going to go a bit deeper. So going down as low as you are able to. So that bell is going every 20 seconds. So going deep into this squat. After this, we're doing some punching. So feet are now wide and we're punching forwards. So I've got the feet out wide, knees are slightly flexed, and you're punching forwards like this. So stretch out those arms, nice long punches, and then when you hear that bell go, whatever tempo you're doing this at, speed it up a little bit. Right, so speed it up. 20 seconds at this pace. Bend those knees just a little bit more. 10 seconds left, and then that bell's going to go again, and you're going to speed that up even more. Get ready, final 20 seconds. Go, speed that up. So real quick punches, bend those knees even more. So you're dynamic, aren't you? You're strong. You're firing out those punches. So it's going to be a quick warm-up because we've got a big circuit to get through. 10 exercises. Last 5 seconds left here. All right, bring the feet together, stretch up high. Circle it back round. And again, stretch up high. Circle it back round. Once more, we're going to stretch up high, and then as we come back down, we're going to reach down to the floor. So circle back round, reach down towards the floor, hold it there for a few moments. Breathe into that. Try and release any tension down the back of the legs or through the length of the spine. On your next inhale, bring it all the way up. And exhale round. Right team, get ready for your first circuit. We're going into a circuit of 10. I'm just going to mute Rob. I can hear your camera there. Yeah, I can hear your microphone there. All right, so first circuit, we got 10 exercises. Team, you're going to need to be on your toes here. So it's going to be some fast changeovers, 10 exercises to get through. You're doing 40 seconds on each one. I'll give you 10 seconds to change. And like I say, there's 10 exercises to get through. So you're going to have to be fairly quick, alternating from one exercise to the next. So we're starting out with lunge backs. So you're alternating between left and right. So lunge backs. Get ready. That's your first exercise. You're going in 5 seconds. So we've got 10 movements to do, 40 seconds on each one, and we're away. So lunge backs. So this is our first circuit, 10 exercises. And you should be able to master all of these movements. These are individual exercises. After we've done this circuit of 10, we're then going to put all of those movements together to make 3 combination exercises. So you've got to master these movements here. We're doing a step back lunge. So control that movement. Be aware of how low you can go whilst maintaining control. So picking the range of movement that's right for you. We're going to go into lunge ups after this, so from one version of a lunge into another. So lunge ups, this is where we lunge it back and then bring it up into a knee drive. Same side, we lunge back into a knee drive. Here we go, 40 seconds, we're away. I'll tell you when we're halfway and then you switch legs. So you can see I kind of do this sprinter thing with the arms. I find that helps with that flow through the movement. So it's a lunge back and it's a knee lift up. If you've not done this one before, that knee lift comes right back up here to standing tall. Switch legs. So there's your knee lift on the other side, back into the lunge. Knee lift up, back into the lunge. Right, so you've got to be fairly quick finding your form here. You're going into squats after this. I'm going to do a couple of extra reps here because I missed out a few at the start. There's 1, there's 2. Right, getting ready for squats. So, feet flat on the floor. I'm going to reach it down, standing up tall at the top. Here we go for squats. Squat down, stand up tall. Here for 40 seconds. So now feel that strength in the legs. You've got that symmetry between left and right. So you're going to be putting these lunges and squat movements together into a combination next time through. So if you've done these Zoom classes before, you'll remember that we put these into a combination together with that single leg balance. So we'll see if that muscle memory is there. We're down on the floor after this. We're going into press-ups. So we've not done press-ups yet this week. So down into press-up position. So for some of you, that might mean you're on the knees into 3/4 position. It might mean you're on the toes. We're doing that top part of the press up. So just that top part of the press up. So you're coming about 1/3 of the way down or half of the way down at the most, and then pushing right back up. Trying to keep the elbows fairly close to the sides. Shoulder blades are pulled down the back, and you're in that nice strong plank position. So you're maintaining your alignment through that strong core. Try and keep that movement going for the full 40 seconds. You've got 10 seconds left. So feel how you're pushing up high into that high plank position. In a moment, you're going to get a breather. All right, shake it out, because you're going back into that position for an exercise called gecko. It's one of my favorites, really good for the obliques. So we go into that high plank position. This is knee to elbow. The knee drives up towards the elbow, alternating sides, and each time you place that foot back down, regain that high plank position. Really good for those obliques. Really good for your core stability. Shoulder strength, getting a workout here. Last 10 seconds. After this, we're going to change position. You're going to roll over onto your back. You're doing a double leg extension. Okay, so roll it over, double leg extension. So we had the head and shoulders up. There's your double leg extension from 90 degrees all the way to straight. So we did this on Wednesday. We looked at a few different options for this. You could do this with the head and shoulders on the floor. You could do the head and shoulders up. You could do this kicking out at an angle. Or you could do this with one foot placed down on the floor. Choose your version. Head and shoulders are high, bringing that work into the abs. Similar position for the next exercise. You're going into crisscross after this. Relax it down. So for crisscross, fingertips supporting the weight of the head, knees are up, head and shoulders are up. We extend one leg, knee to opposite elbow, bring it back to center. Extend one leg, knee to opposite elbow. So we did this exercise loads of times in that last series of Zoom classes. If you've not done this before, you've got a leg extension whilst keeping one knee still. You've got a rotation to bring the elbow towards the knee. And you're keeping that spine flexion by keeping the head and shoulders off the floor. I find this one really tough. I can feel that burn in those abs, especially after doing those leg extensions already. Relax it down. Head and shoulders stay on the floor now for dying bugs. Legs straight, arms vertical. Another one from Wednesday. We lower a leg and the opposite arm and we bring it back up. Right, so I guess most of you are familiar with this exercise. If you're not, if you've not done dying bugs before, this is about your control. Maintaining your alignment through your spine. You keep one leg still, one arm still, and you move the other sides. Easy. Dying bugs. Requires coordination between left and right, but you can do that. If you can run an ultramarathon, if you can run 35 miles around the coastline of Tiree, you can lower one leg and the opposite arm, can't you? You can bring it back up to vertical, relax it down, feet flat on the floor, hip ups, hips high, get that squeeze in the glutes, hold it up high. Okay, hold it high. I think I'm just going to hold that there. I'm going to hold that static position, that isometric contraction, get that squeeze in those glutes. Feel that stretch across hip flexors. Okay. So we've got one exercise left after this. It's a familiar one. We're going into plank position after this for the final 40 seconds. So this should have felt like a quick fire circuit, straight from one exercise to the next. Solid exercises there. Movements that you should already have mastered and probably have, or at least feel familiar with. After this, we're putting those together into 3 combination movements. Right, lower it back down, plank position for the final 40. Okay, so we're on forearms and toes, or you might be doing the half plank on the knees. You might be doing high plank on the hands. Okay, but in plank position, those abs are working to keep the spine in neutral. Right, so I'm looking up at the screens and just seeing empty living rooms. It's just blank screens. Everybody's ducked underneath the camera, having a Tunnocks tea cake or something. Okay, we're holding this until you hear the timer go. We're in plank position. I think it's the last one for this circuit of 10 exercises. There's your time. Alright, you get a little breather. Grab a drink of water if you need it. Alright, coordination coming up next. Oh, there's some movements on the screen. Good. We're all still in. Alright, we're going to get going in a moment, so grab that drink of water. I'm just going to set the timer up. We're going to go 4. Slightly longer on each one. 10 seconds to change. and there's just 3 exercises, that's all. Right, we'll go around once as a little practice and then we'll put it together into a circuit. So here we go, your combination movement. We're going to start with a knee lift up. So let's find this start position. We've got our knee lift up. I've got my right knee up high, standing tall on that left leg. Okay, so this is your single leg position. You're standing up tall. There's no slouching on that leg. I'm going to go back into a lunge with this right leg. So back into a lunge and then knee lift up. From there, we go down into a squat. Left knee up. Back into a lunge. Back to knee lift. Down for a squat. And then there's our start position. Easy, isn't it? So it's back to a lunge. Into a knee lift. Down for a squat. Knee lift other side. Back for a lunge. Knee lift. Squat. There's our start. Simple as that. Right team, what I'm going to do is I'm going to time you 45 seconds. What I'm looking for is smooth, flowing movement. So this is your chance to get that ingrained into your muscle memory and your coordination. So set yourself up in that knee lift. I'm not going to bother with the timer. I'm going to guess 45 seconds. Let's go with that. 3, 2, 1, and away we go. So in your own time, you might find you go slower or you might find you go quicker than what I'm doing. So in your own time, go through that combination. This is your chance to get that coordination dialed, to get that combination into your head. Try and flow from one position to the next as I nearly fall over. So anticipate the movement that's coming up next. Anticipate that single leg position that you're going up into. Transferring your body weight from one side to the other smoothly. And each time you go into that single leg position, just hold it there for a moment, just so you know you've got your balance. This is coming up for 45 seconds. Last run through. Actually, let's go once more through. Nice. All right, and relax. Right, so there's our first combination. See, it wasn't that difficult, was it? You're combining your lunges, squats, and your single leg position. We'll come back to that. We've got exercise number 2 coming up. 2 exercises on this one. We're down on the floor in our press up position. Okay, so this one is going to be a bit nasty. We're going to do 2 press ups and 2 geckos. So there's 1, 2 press ups. There's 1 and 2 geckos. Each time you place foot back down, check your alignment, check that high plank position. You've done 2, I'm doing 4 this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4 press ups. 1, 2, 3, 4 geckos. Check your alignment. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 press ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gecko. 8. Remember, it's just the top part of that press up that we're doing. So 8 press ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 geckos. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's finish with a set of 10. 10 press ups, top part of the movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 geckos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whoa, that should be a bit of a beast for the shoulders, and those ab muscles should be engaged the whole time. That was exercise number 2. Third one, rolling over, we're going to combine all of those ab exercises into a flowing routine. So I want to see flow as you do this, keeping that engagement through the abs the whole time. So we're going to start with our double leg extension. Head and shoulders lift up, so pull the tummy in towards the spine. So feel that work in the abs right from the start, and try and keep that tension in those abs throughout the whole routine. The knees come up. So you're into your start position. Let's just go with a simple set of 4 in each exercise. So we're going to do 4 perfect double leg extensions. Here's our start position. So extend it up. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to your start position without putting the head and shoulders down. Fingertips come up, supporting the weight of the head. I'm going to go into 4 perfect crisscross movements. So we extend, rotate, bring it back. That was 1, 2. So I've slowed it down. 3 and 4. Keep the feet off the ground. Bring your arms up to the vertical, legs up to the vertical. Lower the head and shoulders back down. Keep the tension in the core. And 4 perfect dying bug movements. So we lower down for 1. Bring it back up. Lower down for 2. Bring it back up. Lower down for 3. Back up. Lower down for 4. Back up. Bring the knees back to 90. Arms by the side. Lift head and shoulders back up. Back to double leg extension. Final set of 4. Push up. 1, 2. So again, it's slower than we would normally do. 3 and 4. Right, now place the feet back down on the floor, but push right back up into your hip bridge. So shoulders and head are now down on the floor, and you've transitioned through into that hip bridge. I'm going to hold that there for a count of 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. And then I'm going to keep the hips high, and I'm going to go into a kick out. So from there, I'm going to kick up towards the ceiling. Place the foot back down. Other side, kick up towards the ceiling. Place the foot back down. Again, kick up, that was number 3. Keeping the hips high as you do this. So nothing else moves, just the leg that's kicking up. Place it back down, keep the hips high, so both feet flat on the floor. And then finally we're going to do 4 halfway lowers and lift back up. So halfway lower, lift back up for 1, 2, 3 and 4. Lower back down and relax. Right, so in that little ab routine at the end, what you're hopefully doing is piecing together all of those ab exercises whilst maintaining that, that strong core as you flow from one to the next. They're your 3 exercises, your compound exercises. We're going to do that again as a circuit. You're going to have 1 minute on each. So you've got that leg combination, press up with gecko, and you've got that abs flow. 1 minute on each, and I want to see that you can master these movements. So, setting up the timer. You've got the time it takes me to set this up, as I'm fiddling away with this. Right, 1 minute on each, 10 seconds in between, and just 3 exercises to do. Team, are you ready? We're going to start with that leg combination. So we have knee lift up, lunge back, knee lift, squat, knee lift, lunge, knee lift, squat. Back to the start. That was the one, wasn't it? Going in 5. Focus, coordination, last little circuit. Here we go. So find that flow. Coordinate those movements. Okay, so you're doing this in the comfort of your own home, in your living room. You should be able to coordinate these movements. You should be able to bring balance and stability to these movements, so that when you're charging across Gott Bay or over Kenavara, you've got that stability, it's built in. You can go over those rocks, down those sand dunes. You're not going to stumble. You can be running against a headwind or a side wind. It's not going to blow you over. I'm feeling those legs working. Going down nice and low with that lunge if you can. Deep into that squat. Going down for that press up and gecko combination. There it is. Right, down on the floor. You're starting at 2 reps of each, and you're seeing how far you can get in 1 minute. 2 press ups, 2 gecko. Right, so this is in your own time. So you start with 2 reps of each. You take it up to 4. How far can you get? You've got 1 minute to find out. each time you place a foot back down in gecko, check your alignment. Each time you finish your geckos and you're about to start press ups, make sure you're in that high plank position. So the whole torso is strong and supported. As you drive that knee to the elbow, feel how the obliques are working. You got that little bit of side flexion. Last 10 seconds. Dig in. Get those press ups done. Last few seconds. There's your time. Rolling over into our little abs routine. So we started with double leg extension. So we were there for 4. After that we went into crisscross. From crisscross it was dying bugs. Okay, I'm going to try and slow this down. Started off a little bit too quick there. So slow and controlled. After dying bugs, we brought it back to double leg extension. 4 reps here. Then we place the feet back down on the floor, push the hips up high, hold it there, feel that stretch across the front of the thighs, feel that stretch across the hip flexors. And then from there we did kick outs, slow and controlled, keeping the hips still. After your kick outs we did halfway lowers and lift back up. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Lower down and relax. Okay, stretch it out long and then bring it in. Right, back up to your feet. Have we got time? Yes, we've just got time to finish this last bit. So back up onto your feet. One last exercise for you. This is simple and it's just 1 minute on each side. Get ready, we're going back into that single leg position. Right, into your single leg. Time starts now. You're just here for 1 minute. All we're looking for is a single leg balance for 1 minute. Easy. Arms out wide. Breathe. Allow that heart rate to come down. Arms wide, palms facing up. Shoulder blades down. Single leg balance. Nice deep breaths. Right, so quite a lot to coordinate through from that big circuit of 10 exercises. Going straight from one to the next and then putting that together into a 3 exercise combination. Hopefully you were able to master that and allow those movements to flow. Keep this balance. 25 seconds left this side. Right, maintain your balance. Don't let anything else change, but turn your head so you're looking down the length of the left arm. Keep your balance. See how that palm is outstretched, palm is facing up, fingertips wide. Now turn your head, look down the length of the right arm. Keep your balance, looking back to center, and place your foot back down. That's 1 minute. Other side, knee lift up, stand tall, arms out wide again. Stand tall, so we're not slouching. Check those shoulders, so the shoulder blades are down. Arms are out wide, palms are facing up. Okay, so palms are facing up as if you had a Tunnux bar on each palm of your hands. Turn to look down the length of the right arm. Visualize that Tunnux bar right there. So close, but so far away. Standing tall. Swivel your head, look down the length of the left arm. Little bag of Haribo in the palm of your hand. Keep it there. Lengthen the arms. Turn your head back to center. Arms up high. Oh, just drop them both. Look up to the ceiling, keep your balance. Standing tall, arms up high, bring the arms back to the horizontal, look forwards, 3, 2, 1, and place that foot down. Wow, team, well done. Now it's just gone 9:30. So you smashed the Friday workout, it was full balance, you did those combination movements, you did your circuit of 10, a little bit of cardio in the warm-up, and a little bit of balance there to finish. So that rounds out your Monday, Wednesday, Friday sessions. I've got another one to record today, so I'll put that up for you. That is your lift circuit, which you can do over the weekend at any time. But team, well done for getting through this Friday's session, and I'll see you next time.